Good morning, and welcome to Vigilant Broadcasting. The station opportunity presents Underneath the Hat with your host, author Sherri Simmons, as she discusses topics to help us all take care of ourselves underneath the hat.
Good morning. My name is Sherri Simmons, and this is Underneath the Hat, an affiliate of Vigilant Broadcasting and the Talk Radio and TV Network LLP. Welcome to my second episode of Underneath the Hat, and today our topic is friendship. So if you are on Facebook, you can check us out now live on Talk Radio TV Network LLP. You can also go to my page Underneath the Hat and click on the link that I just shared. And if you want to call in and discuss, you can reach us at 319-527-2634. So today we will be talking about friendship. And this week on my social media pages, I posted various questions just to get an idea of people's thoughts around friendship. Because so often we hear people use that word so loosely, and we soon realize that they weren't really a friend at all, but an associate. And so that was one of the questions that I posed: friend or associate, what's the difference? And I also asked people to share their favorite BFF story. I asked them, what does friendship mean to them? How far are you willing to go for a friend? Because one thing I've noticed, especially watching reality TV, which is one of my favorite pastimes, I see a lot of people call themselves friends, and then when the going gets tough, they're nowhere around. Or I've also seen people go real hard for their friends to where they end up jeopardizing their own character and integrity. So I just wanted to know from our listeners and viewers out there, how far are you willing to go for your friend? And then what type of friend are you? So if you want to chime in and give us your thoughts, um, go ahead and click onto the Facebook link, or you can call in again at 319-527-2634. This weekend or this Saturday, I've actually reached out to some of my other friends, so they'll be calling in soon. One of them being my good friend from high school, Cassandra, who is actually on the road now, moving from Atlanta to San Diego. So she is um, actually a very good friend because she said, I'll do anything for you. So she's willing to pull over if need be, just to give me a few minutes of her time before, as she continues on her trek from Atlanta all the way to San Diego. So we'll be hearing from her soon, and we'll get to hear more about my relationship with her. So it looks like we have a caller. Caller, if you can unmute yourself and tell us your name. Okay, while we work on that, my other friend that's calling in is, I call her Baker, but I met her during my teaching career, and she's going to call in soon to talk about our relationship. And if you read my book Underneath the Hat, I speak about her in the book, and that she was the only person that I confided in when I moved on from my ex-husband and we separated. So she has a lot of information that she can share about our friendship and the things that we've gone through. Hello, caller, are you on? Caller, you can unmute your phone. Hello? Hello, caller, are you on? Good morning. So while we're still working on that, and my final person will be yesterday will be my friend Melinda. I met her in college, and she was actually in my first wedding. So she has some ins and outs and details about the whole Campbell process, which is the character in my book. So she'll be able to share some light as well. And I really wanted these ladies to call in particular because they have known me over the years, from the young lady I was in high school to the young woman I was becoming in college, and then to the woman I am today. And I try my best to keep in touch with them as often as we can. One thing I love about our relationship is that we're not very clingy. So we're not the type of people that need us to talk to each other all the time. And I know a lot of us have friends that do that. They feel like you're betraying them. We're not cool. Um, and so they get all in their feelings when you don't talk to them every day. So it looks like I might have my first friend calling in now, Cassandra.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Cassandra.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired. uh, we've been on the road traveling across country since last Saturday. So we just made it to San Diego, California last night. And we'll be here for a day. And then we'll head back out for Monterey. So,
all right. So I was telling people about our relationship, and I'm glad you called in first because Cassandra has been my best friend so long. So why don't you tell them? Let's see if you remember. Why don't you tell the people how we met?
Oh, did we meet at lunch?
Yep. Greenhouse
and
lunch. Whitney Young. Yep.
And Whitney Young. Yep. Man, that was so long ago. But I found
how long was it? At least 20 years.
Well, it's been longer than that, right? Because we're coming up on
because we went
19 years. Yeah, we're coming up on 19 years graduation, since graduation. So it's been plus 4 more.
Yeah,
so 23 years. Wow, I ain't even think about that. Thing, but well, I mean, let me see. I probably was Miss Billy Bad Self back then. Always, never turning away from drama. We'll say that. I don't think I ever started it, but I never turned away from it.
You did finish it though.
I did.
You did.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, let's see. For us, I mean, I think we were two totally different people, but somehow we were, I guess that cliche saying of opposites attract. And Sherri was always really nice and always telling like it is, like person to some degree.
Really?
You did. You would you was kind of like, so when you would do that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody pull it out. You ain't never been the one to just sit there with straight face, poker face with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true. My face still tells everything.
Yeah, so therefore I could say, hey, what's going on? Let me know. But I mean, as far as like our friendship is concerned, we've been through it all together. Marriages, divorces, issues, maybe at home. I mean, even like the childhood things of just, when you had there was this crush on you and you wasn't interested, but somehow you got pulled in, right? Let's see. Oh, me and the loss of, someone really close to me at the time, and just being there for each other. And then myself, leaving the Navy. And always being so far. And, never really being able to, me feeling bad about never being able to be there as much for you as you've been able to be there for me. But you've never like brought that up and held it against me, right? So for my special events, like me getting my second marriage, you know, being my matron of honor, coming to visit me essentially everywhere I've been, with the exception of
Hawaii, the one place
Hawaii.
I wanted to go.
Yeah, except for Hawaii, and just me always being on the move.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So my version is a little different. Now, my version is a little different. Now, I call that people because, okay, so I always knew, okay, you don't really fight. You're very quiet. So I knew even in high school, surround yourself with the tough people. So if something pop off, then they can handle it. So Cassandra was very vocal. She was very threatening at times. So I was okay. I think I need to be friends with her. So we ended up having the same lunch, which was the greenhouse at Whitney Young High School in Chicago. And I saw you playing spades. We were playing spades in the lunchroom, and that's how we connected over cards. Because me growing up the way I did, my grandmother always played cards with us. And so for me to see somebody else my age who could play, I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me join this thing. So it ended up being me, you, Nicole, Olivia, and Tasha. So it was us five together every day in the greenhouse because we shared the same division. And funny you mentioned about us being able to not really talk to each other a lot, you moving all the time, being in the Navy. I visited Cassandra in Virginia, Georgia. Well,
yeah, it was twice in Virginia because you came when I was living in that apartment, and then you came for the wedding.
Yeah,
I had already moved into the house.
Girl, I was like, my friend get married, I'm gonna be there. So I saved all my pennies, got me a dress made. That dress was a mess. We ain't even talking about that. Got me a dress made, got my makeup done by somebody. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for Cassandra. I'm doing this for Cassandra. But we never were the type of people who, when I don't talk to you, why you not calling me? What's wrong with you? And that's what I was talking about before you called in. How you have those people who are very needy and need that one-on-one time all the time. But because we live on different sides of the world, sometimes we're close, sometimes we're not. And we still can go 2 months without talking, but when we do, it's as if we never stopped having the conversation.
Yeah, you're right. Because, some people will be like, well, you missed all of this and you hadn't called me and I was going through some stuff or whatever. And it's like, we understand that each other go through things, you know what I'm saying? So, we could have been both going through a time at the same time. And then when we pick up, it's like, yeah, this is going on. And I had this going on. It's like, wow, really? Man, then it's kind of like, man, I wish I had called you and, during that time. But, I mean, we're also very independent people to where we can, we handle our issues, you know what I'm saying, without having to lean on other people all the time. I mean, obviously there are times when you need other people, when you need your friends and you need to be able to vent, or you need that help. And, if you call, they'll be there or we'll be there for each other. It ain't like we'll be like, I don't feel like talking right now or whatever. So yeah, that's just kind of how our friendship goes. And I think it's worked well over the last 23 years.
Yes, Lord. Because you have helped me through some things, and you helped me to remember some things I didn't even remember about the first marriage. Remember that time I was trying to get up out of there, and I think you were in Virginia, and I was like, I don't have any money, and you tried to give me a hotel over the phone, but then they had put those new rules in where you got to be there with the card in order for the person to check you in. So the fact that you were willing to go into your account and give me a room in order to get me out of there from thousands of miles away really spoke volumes about the relationship that we had. And we're not those friends that beg for everything all the time. You know me. If I call you, that means I done went through A through Z 3 times. before I called you. And the same thing with you.
Yep.
Which I think allowed for our friendships to last as long because we didn't always feel like, here she go again.
True. Yeah. Because people will get, people do kind of get cut off because they always seeming like they're, they always pulling from you, but they're never able to, pour into you. And that's never how we've been. So, it's definitely been a great friendship. And I know it's going to continue that way until the end of time. Yes. Always there to encourage. Like for instance, when I was just explaining to you how my ex-husband's oldest son was just murdered, and I'm like, man, I didn't expect to feel, as sad as I've been feeling about it. I mean, but I have been, and you were there to be like, look, it's normal, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you ain't stressing yourself out too much, and just being real encouraging. Because
especially when you were in that waiting room, I'm like, girl, look, I'm gonna need you.
I know.
To get it together. You got
but it's people that's there, that are here, and like, well, it's spending me time with him. I'm like, when he was like a year old, 2 years old. No, it wasn't a whole lot in his older life. I mean, he's 18 now, but I remember the time of changing his diapers, and obviously it affected me a little more than I expected it to. And then to see my son, who hasn't spent much time with his brother at all, see him affected by it, I think it really bothered me. And then just to know that, his mother has to go through that. He'd never really had a chance to really live his life to the fullest. So, but you being there, because it's, encouraged me through that, and let me know that, just to say that, your feelings are natural. You shouldn't beat yourself up for feeling that way or being sad about it.
Well, I got one more question, so you can go and finish resting for your next part of the journey. So, we love to watch TV. So, which group of friends do you think best explains us? Are we the Golden Girls, Living Single, Set It Off, or Sex in the City?
Well, so I didn't watch Sex in the City.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, I would say the one I could probably relate to the most is probably Living Single.
Okay.
But I don't watch a lot of TV no more. So
I would say you used to be Cleo on Set It Off.
Yeah, and I was gonna say the dynamics have changed. Yes. The dynamics have definitely changed. For me, for the most part, because people never expected me to be who I am today. If you looked at me back then,
absolutely not.
Straight hood, straight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
Hey, no, you're right. So I think about like I said, Living Single. But then, I mean, I think I've definitely changed. So, I mean, not for the
so I can see you as Cleo, which was Queen Latifah and Set It Off, to Khadijah on Living Single. The evolution that she made, even though there were characters she played, but you could see the evolution if you followed her. So I can definitely see you as that. So which character would I be?
Well, you ain't Sinclair. So I would, God, what's her name?
Max.
Yes, Maxine.
Okay.
Maxine.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you do, even though, you have a sense of humor about you that I think sometimes you mean to be like more serious, but it just come out funny. Because you be like some of the stuff you be saying have you rolling, and I always look at her as like the serious funny one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's you.
Yeah, I can take that one.
Yeah, but you're serious. It just comes off funny with the way you the way you may express it at times. Yeah. Yep. So I think you'd be Maxine.
Well, I definitely want to thank you for calling in, friend.
No problem. Anytime.
So I will call you later.
Okay.
And again, thank you so much for calling in. I love you to pieces, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you too. Bye.
All right. Bye. So that was my buddy Cassandra, aka Bebo. So what I want to do now is take a commercial break. And then when we come back, my other friend is waiting, Baker, and then we'll have a conversation with her. So let's take a quick break, and I'll see you back here on Underneath the Hat.
Welcome back to Underneath the Hat with your host, author Sherri Simmons.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Underneath the Hat. I'm your host, Sherri Simmons, and today's topic is friendship. So I just got through talking to my friend Cassandra from high school, and now joining us is my best friend, Miss Baker. I call her Baker. So let's see if she's on the line.
Hello, Ring.
Hi, friend. Hey, Boo. Hey, Boo. I didn't wake you up. I know you up with all those kids.
You know I am. And I'm trying to make sure they can be quiet for a minute.
Okay. All right. So thank you for calling in.
Well, thanks for having me anytime.
So I wanted to have the conversation about friendship because so often as women, we don't know the difference between a friend and an associate. And we confuse the two and end up investing too much time and effort and energy into people who really don't have our back. Mm-hmm. So what would you say is the difference between a friend and an associate?
The difference between a friend and an associate. So an associate to me just be someone that I have a relationship with on a surface level, sort of like a coworker, someone you are very cordial with. You may have a couple moments together, but they really don't know you. They really don't know your family, which I feel like friends, like I know your mama, your daddy, your sister, so that's a friend. I'm not going to bring an associate into my personal world like I would a friend. So I would say that would be, the difference between a friend and an associate.
So when did you know that we had gone from being associates, because we worked together at Jesse Owens? Oh my God, how long ago was that? In 05? I met you at 05.
Yeah, so it was like 12, what's this, 2019 or 14 years ago?
Yeah.
Pretty
so
long
how did
time.
You know? Yes. How did you know when I moved from being an associate to a friend?
I kind of just liked you from the get-go, and we both was on the same page with a lot of different things. So I would say, just us having, so you know what, us in the summer, when you was like, let's go shopping, we go to the lighthouse. that for me. I'm like, okay, because usually I wouldn't do that with anybody that wasn't a friend. So, you know, just the way that you were living your life and the fun and just all the things, all the traveling you was on, I'm like, okay, this girl's pretty dope. So, you know, you were a safe space for me. And that definitely cleared that level of being a friend to an associate. You know, just all the goals that I was just intrigued by your little young genius mind.
Yeah, because that's the only they would call me Baby Genius. Because I was the youngest one there.
Yeah.
Everybody else had years in the game. Yes. Oh, Lord. Now, I didn't think you liked me at first. Because remember when we were next to each other, our classrooms were next to each other, and I used to yell. So you were loud, and you would close that door. I'm like, am I too loud? But then we started having conversations at lunch and going outside of the building, and then our relationship formed. So I was telling people at the beginning that if they read my book, that you're actually in the book because you were the very first person that I reached out to when I was going through my separation. You got in your Camaro, I was in my Nissan Sentra, and we moved all my stuff out of that apartment on a Saturday morning. And you were the only person to know for months, for like 5 months. Nobody knew but you for 5 months. And I knew then, I was like, yes, we are friends, but you definitely confirmed it because you hadn't even told your husband what was going on with me.
Because
so I was like, oh my God.
What you say to me is confidential. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's fair to you to share your business. So he didn't need to know that when you was ready to let people know, he would have found out when you was ready.
And I remember the day you found out was when I came up to the hospital and you had the twins. That was the first time I had said something to George about all that had happened.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep. Because you looking at me in the bed like, is she really about to say something? Because I didn't really say nothing. So I was like, yeah, I go ahead and say it. Because I think he had seen my ex somewhere and asked about him. And that's when I went ahead and told him what was going on.
He sure did. He sure did. Yeah, he sure did. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. That's what friends do. You know, I would never betray your trust, and I think that that's one thing that you've done for me. I mean, we've had conversations and talked about stuff, and it never went past my lips nor yours. So that's a true friendship.
Yep. And one thing about our relationship, I love that we play our lives out like Big Brother. So for anybody who watches this show, this is our inside joke, especially when we were at Jesse Owens. We would go into the room and talk about who we would vote out based on stuff they did in the building. And so we have a way of getting information for people and then coming back and comparing notes.
But you know, you honestly you still are the only friend that watches Big Brother. So that's solidified it for me. Like, yes, she like Big Brother, I like Big Brother. We a match made it happen.
And now we on this Dr. Pimple Popper's kid. Even though I'm sitting there with my mouth wide open. Oh my God. I gotta finish. Did I finish it? Yeah, I finished the episode yesterday. Oh my God. But I just love, and I will say this about you. I don't know if I've ever told you this. You are the most loyal person that I know. Because I see the people, the friends that you have, the other circles of friends that you have, and the fact that you support everybody. I don't know how you sleep. Because I know how many people you got in your life. And every time I see you, you either going somewhere, just came from somewhere, plus you taking care of your family and tending to your husband. But you always support your friends and your family, even when it means sacrificing yourself.
Hi, friend. I appreciate that. I really do. And I feel like I can do more. So
Girl,
I'm glad to hear that. I do.
It's okay to say no.
I'm learning. I am definitely learning.
Because I've been tired looking at you. I'm like, oh my God. But before you go,
what you do as a friend.
yeah. So before you go, I want to ask you the same question I asked this time.
Okay.
So which group of friends best describes us? The Golden Girls, Living Single, Set It Off, or Sex and the City?
So I heard the question, and I was like, you know what? I really haven't watched any of those other than Living Single, and I don't speak any of us in that one. So can I throw we in the extra one?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, we definitely Family Louise. Because if you rocking, I'm rolling, and we out of here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you, friend, for calling in.
No
And
problem.
always being there for me when I needed you.
Well,
and I know we will continue to be friends. Yes.
Yeah, little old ladies riding out in a Camaro.
Right.
Well, you're doing great things, boo, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
So, I'll call you later so we can talk about young ladies at all times too.
I got you.
All right. All right. Bye. So we're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be back with my friend Melinda. So this is Underneath the Hat. Welcome back to Underneath the Hat with your host, author Sherri Simmons. Hello, and welcome back to Underneath the Hat. My name is Sherri Simmons, your host, and we are an affiliate of Vigilant Broadcasting and the Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. If you're on Facebook, you can tune in on the page Talk Radio TV Network, LLP, or you can click on the link on my page Underneath the Hat. And if you want to call in and discuss our topic today of friendship, you can call us at 319-527-2634. So I've been talking to some of my best friends today about friendship and our friendship stories and what friendship means to them. And so now I have my final guest for today on the line, Melinda. Hi, Melinda. How are you?
Oh my goodness, I'm great. How are you?
I am good. Thanks for calling in.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
So let's start off by telling, I'll let you tell the story of how we actually met.
Man, I was listening to the other calls. I'm like, man, I gotta remember. Like, I don't even remember like the first interaction. I just know, we were in college. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was in a class that we took together or in the dorm. I think
it was a class.
It was because that's what I feel like, and so I know it was, since we were both in education, and then all it takes is for you to have one person, and we were in the same cohort or whatever. Then you just start taking classes with the person, so you got somebody you can share books with and study with, and I think we clicked because we just had similar, at the time, very similar personalities in a sense. Like, we were about business. We wanted to both, get through the program and find the job and be good at what we were doing. So I think that blossomed into a bigger friendship over time. us, graduating at the same time, and then just noticing some of the other interests, like both having a Christian background and trying to do what's right.
Yeah.
At the time. So I think that's what I remember. And then after college was trying to get through the job circuit and teaching, and then we always kind of been just, I don't know, to me the best types of friend, which is the one that you don't have to call all the time, but when we talk, it's just like picking up where you left off, and there's no hard feelings, because we know that like nobody is ignoring the other person or trying not to talk to them. It's just life stuff happens. But when you get together, it's like, okay, let's catch up on like the past 5 years, past 3 years,
right,
past 2 years, the past a month or whatever. But the love is still there, and we just keep going. And that's the one thing that I've loved about our relationship is that you don't need me to call you all the time, but we know when we call each other, it's like, what's up? What you need? What you got? What's happening?
Yeah.
How can I support you? How can I help you? So that for real is everything.
And I'm glad you said that, because I was like, oh my God, I haven't talked to Melinda in so long. Like, I see things you doing on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, like, we haven't had lunch. We supposed to have lunch, and some came up.
Right. And
so I was like, I don't even know if she's going to answer if I call asking her to come on the radio, sir. But I'm glad you did.
The past 5 years. The past 5 years have been like that. But again, you know when you call me, if you need something, I'm there, and I know I can, like, hey, Sherri, because that's like I was listening to the other callers, and I'm just so thankful that God blessed you to have the circle of friends or the diversity of friends that you do have, and I think that's all needed. Everybody plays a different type of role because man, because the first time we reconnected and the bombs you dropped on me, I was girl, to my soul, and I was leaving like, what is the plan?
Right, you ready?
What's happening? I'm like, she already digesting it, is passing on, and I'm ready to get rowdy and stuff. So
because you were actually in my wedding. So Melinda and I met in college in our education program, and you were actually one of my bridesmaids in my wedding. So when we finally did meet back up, I mean, we talked throughout the marriage, and everything was great. But then
that was the thing though too. We had started to forge a relationship between the two husbands.
Yeah.
And so, because when we would get together and come by and visit you guys, it was like, yes, I only got a married couple friend. But when I shared with him what happened, he was like, oh, so I got to delete numbers out of my phone. I'm like, yes, in all contact, because that is dead. It is dead to us.
Okay. Now, that's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. So with friendship, especially when you share your spouse or your significant other and bring them into the circle, what are the rules once the relationship is no longer prospering?
What are the rules? The rules are very, very clear in my eyes. It's okay. We are one. This is started because of my friends. So wherever I go, you go with me because we are one. So if I say they're dead, they're dead. There's nothing else. So you're with me. Now, if it's his friend, whatever you say, that's how we stand together united. And if it's my friend, whatever I say, that's how we stand. And it's like, sorry, dude, we was cool, but we can't be no more because, you came in this way. So you go out that way. If that relationship is dead, so is our friendship. That's how custody goes. That's friendship custody. That's how friendship custody goes. You lost the right to this relationship because you lost that marriage. That's pretty much it.
Now, I was asking everybody a different type of question pertaining to friendship. So, what kind of type of friend would you say you are?
Man, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, I don't know. I hope I'm a good one. I would say I'm a very caring friend, and I look to support. That's a better word. I'm a supportive friend. So whatever is your journey, your goal, if I can help you to achieve and elevate yourself, that's what I'm gonna do. I look to help see the betterment in all of my friends to help them out in whatever way they ask of me. Now, I would say I'm not necessarily the best communicator. I'm not that connector friend, that glue, the one that I always like constantly check in and be like, hey, that's not me.
Yeah.
But if I will reach out. And if people reach out to me and you say you need something, I'm there, whatever it is that you need, and however you need it. So I would say I'm a big supporter, and I love to see my circles excel and grow. And I like to invest in the people that have been placed in my life, and knowing that because as they elevate, hey, everybody else is doing good.
Yeah.
I don't even have to, it's not even about me even asking for anything from her. It's just to be able to see, look at what you have done. Yes, that's my girl. And
Exactly.
Keep it going. Cause it's been so exciting to see the things I've been doing. And I'm like a constant cheerleader. Like she's doing this, and telling my sisters, telling her husband, and telling my friends, putting it out on Facebook. Check her out, yes, that's my girl. And knowing that I just want to everybody keep growing and what's next, what other doors open for them. Because I know the same thing for me.
Yeah. I would say you are the type of friend, if you're the truth teller. Now, even when you don't want to hear what you might have to say, is you need to hear it. And it might not be all pretty with a bow on it, depending on the situation. Sometimes you have to get ugly with it. You just go, and I love when you trying to be nice. Because you're like, okay, and then you breathe. Like you try to get your thoughts together, but then eventually it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to say this. Right. Like I can't make it cute. Exactly. So you are definitely the type of friend that everybody needs. Where I'll listen, I'll support you, but when it's not right, I'm gonna tell you that is not right. Whether you're the one that's wrong or the people around you are wrong, you are the truth teller. Yeah. So I really do appreciate that because you did tell me some truth that I needed to hear when I dropped that bomb on you and your husband that time at dinner. And that actually did help me to be able to continue to move forward because I was at a point where I was like, okay, well, maybe it could still work. And you were like, no, it can't. That's it.
No, you did all you could. You did all the right things in the sight of the Lord. Now, let it be dead. Let it be dead so that the ground can be nourished from its decomposing and new fruit can grow.
Move on, please. Yes. Yeah. So, one thing that I like about our friendship is that we support each other and we encourage each other. So we're both in the field of education, and I never felt like we were competing against each other.
No.
So I felt comfortable knowing I could call you and tell you about the good things that were happening with me. And you can call and tell me about the promotions and the things that you got and the opportunities that opened up for you. So what advice would you give women out there who may have a friend that doesn't support them or sees it as a competition?
Well,
if they happen to be in the same field or doing different things.
See, my main thing I always try to express, and I say this to my daughters all the time, is that what is for you is for you. You don't have to tear somebody else down to elevate yourself.
Yep.
So never feel like you're competing with someone else because that's their own race. They got their own journey. They got their own hurdles that they're going to have to cross. You don't have to try to trip somebody up to win your race. And so
Yeah.
I keep that in mind when I'm hearing other people and my friends are doing great things. I'd rather be your cheerleader to help you excel and move fast in your race because I got my own path. And it costs more, it takes more energy to be petty or to be hating or throwing shade on others. And for what? Because just so if they fail, that means you're going to do better? No. You're not going to get what they had just because they fail. So if you have somebody in your life that is not adding to your growth, that needs to be cut off. They're not meant for you to have. I guess I shouldn't say they're not meant for you. They're not placed in your life for maybe the same reasons that you're seeing it as. Yeah. They're not an investment, but they may be a muscle builder. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody placed in your life is there for a reason and a season. So I think you have to look at the relationship and say, you know what, you're not really helping me as like I can't give to you. Every time I give to you, you're just taking, or when I say something as good is happening for me, you kind of want to throw salt on it. You know what, you're not investing in me, but you know what I am going to do? I can see that as how do I exude love and how do I strengthen, my skin and my heart so that I don't, take it personal, but also give ownership to why you really feel that way. Because it's not about me. The reason why you're having those feelings is because you don't feel good about where you are. And I'm going to keep moving. And so you're just helping me get stronger and recognize how certain bitterness can trickle off to other people. So I need to make sure I reflect on myself and don't do the same to others. So that's my view on it. Because everybody's not meant to do good for you, but every experience can be good for you, depending on how you have your perspective on it.
Yeah, I definitely love what you said about a muscle builder. Now, we definitely have people in our lives that, as I heard Steve Harvey say, they can come up with you, but they can't go with you.
Exactly.
And so often we hold on to people. Who shouldn't be in our lives because we want to be loyal. Or, well, I've been knowing them for so long. But then they're not there to help you to grow any further. It reminds me of pigeons and eagles. The lower you are to the ground, the more you see the same birds flock together. But the higher up the altitude, the more solitary the bird becomes. And sometimes you'll have to go to some places where only a few people can go with you, and then other times you just have to be by yourself. So I'm glad that.
It's sad when you think of like that, but it is the truth.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah. So one more question before we go on commercial break. What group of women or friends would you say best describes us? Golden girls, living single, set it off, Sex in the City, or maybe you have one that you can think of.
Well, it's funny because I was listening to other people and who they chose for you, and so I got kind of stuck in one to describe you, and I find it interesting. I think it's a reflection of our relationship. Yeah. I would say you're Khadijah from Living Single. Not Khadijah. It's a Khadijah. Yes, Khadijah from Living Single.
Okay.
Because you were for me like mother. Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't say it enough. You had your stuff together before I had my stuff together. So I was up. I always was up to your entrepreneurial spirit, your business savvy, you owning your home. Like you was doing through all that stuff. You got married first. You bought your first house. You was getting degrees and out there being principal. Doing all that. I was like, dang, look at her. She was doing your thing. And again, like, I will never forget, and it meant so much to me how you even opened up your home to do my second child's baby shower. And it was kind of like a real spur of the moment thing, but I watch how you give so much of yourself, and you have given so much, like with your family and your sisters and nephews. Like I see that. I've always seen that. And that's how, and from my viewpoint, I see you like that. She was a very like open, want to take care of, help people out, business savvy, like strong person. Had some things that she was working on, but in the end, she had her business, she had her man, she was doing her thing, and that's how I see you. I don't know who I am now.
Oh God.
I don't know.
I would say you are Matt. Because when you need to get somebody told you do, but you on your grind too, and you know what your expectations are, and either you gonna live up to them or you're not.
Right. Yeah, and cut people out like the dead. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Because she let poor child go to London all by himself. Because it didn't fit in what program she had set. Well, I definitely want to thank you for calling, and I appreciate it.
You are welcome. Keep doing it.
And we definitely need to get together for lunch or dinner.
Yes.
Or something.
Or brunch or a drink or something.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna get on off of here and wrap up the show. And I'm gonna reach out to you today because I want to ask you something.
Okay. No problem.
All right. So thanks so much for calling in.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right. You too. Bye. So I want to thank my guest so much for calling in. And before we wrap up the show, we're going to take a quick commercial break with a song, and then I'll come back and tell you about some upcoming events. So again, I'm Sherri Simmons, and this is Underneath the Hat. Welcome back to Underneath the Hat with your host, author Sherri Simmons. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Underneath the Hat, an affiliate of Vigilant Broadcasting and the Talk Radio and TV Network, LLC. I am your host, Sherri Simmons, and today's show was all about friendship. And I honestly have to thank three of my best friends, Melinda, Cassandra, and Baker, for calling in. These women have families, they have children, they have husbands, and they all took time out of their busy schedules on a Saturday, from moving across country to working all week and only having a weekend to focus on themselves, but they took time out of their busy schedules to call and support me, and I really, truly appreciate it. I also want to thank my engineer, Justin, for holding down the fort and making sure that everything is taken care of on the technical end. So before we go, I want to tell you about our upcoming events with Underneath the Hat. The first thing I have coming up is my Women's Madness marketing promo. Because of this radio show, for those who tuned in, you'll notice different pictures have been showing and different flyers of the different activities that I'm doing. So if you know someone or if you yourself would like to use my radio show as a platform to promote your book, your business, your upcoming event, just email me at underneaththehat@gmail.com or message me on my Underneath the Hat page. And for just $25 for the month of March, which is Women's Month and also March Madness, I am running a promo deal that every Saturday in the month of March for $25, we will promote your business, event, book, whatever you have coming up. So if you're interested, please share this with someone, reach out to them and let them know. Also, I have a panel discussion coming up about friendship. So we're going to continue this conversation about friendship. We'll have the various friends and their BFFs on the panel, along with a therapist that can give us insight on how to be better friends, or how to know when we're a friend or an associate, and how to cross over into a new lane. That will be on Sunday, March 24th from 3 to 5 p.m. More details will be coming this weekend. You will be able to purchase your tickets on Eventbrite for just $10. And also, I am so excited. You may have heard me mention to Baker about calling her to discuss Young Ladies at All Times, which is my mentoring program. We are celebrating our second anniversary on Monday of the different cohorts beginning, and we're starting with 2 new cohorts. So I started out with 1 in 2017, and now we have enlarged our territory, thank God. So now we're at 2 schools. We'll be at Whitworth Elementary School on Monday, working with 6th and 7th grade girls, and we'll be at Nicholson STEM Academy, working with 4th and 5th grade girls on Tuesday. Ms. Baker will be spearheading that group, and I'll be working with the 6th and 7th graders. So I'm just so excited that I can continue on this journey of mentoring young girls and showing them how to carry themselves as young ladies at all times. If you're interested in the program, we have a Facebook page, Young Ladies at All Times, and also our website, youngladiesataltimes.com. You can check me out on all of my social media outlets. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Underneath the Hat. I also have a YouTube channel called Underneath the Hatch web series, where you can find the episode I did with Baker and her crew on friendship. And I also have other topics there as well that you can learn about other people's testimonies and experiences, and try to take care of yourself underneath the hat as well. And finally, you can check out my website, SherriSimmons.com, for all updated information. Next week's topic will be on forgiveness. And my guest will be author and attorney Aisha Hurston. So I hope that you're able to tune in every Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, just 1 hour out your day, so that we can learn about forgiveness. So again, this is Underneath the Hat, an affiliate of Vigilant Broadcasting and the Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. My name is Sherri Simmons, your host. Thank you all for tuning in and calling in. And remember to take care of yourself underneath the hat.
Thank you for tuning in to Underneath the Hat radio show. We will see you here again next Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Follow Sherri on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Underneath the Hat, and visit her website, SherriSimmons.com. Always remember to take care of yourself underneath the hat. See you next week.